everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Once Upon a Lime, Storytime with the Besties. And today we have none other than Mom.
That'd be me.
The person that birthed me.
Yes, I did.
So, do you want to tell the story of the day I was born, when you first met me?
No.
Ah!
Just kidding.
Because you used to tell me this story like on my birthday every year.
I did. I don't remember that.
Well, at least for a few years. It was like, happy birthday. This is like the anniversary of
The crucial.
the day you were born.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I was at Stafford Lake.
Which, in honor of this, I had my 16th birthday party there.
Yes, I was walking around with my not yet husband.
Your boyfriend?
My boyfriend.
Your BD? Your baby daddy?
Yeah. And I was like, all of a sudden, I kind of felt some rumbles. I was like, okay. And then, so we go home and I don't say anything. And then we go home and then it's like 2 a.m. or something. And comes home, my roommate at the time comes home and she's like, what are you doing? It's like 2 a.m. You're supposed to be sleeping. And I'm like, well, I think I'm in labor.
Ah!
And she's like freaking out. And my BD was sleeping in the other room. And so she goes in there and says that I was in labor. And he jumped out of bed, got his clothes on like faster than you could say, get dressed. And we were whisked off to the hospital. Still have not picked out a name yet. So that happened on the way.
On the way to the hospital?
On the way to the hospital, we
in the car.
In the car, because I had my list. I brought my pad of paper that had the list of all your names that we thought maybe you were going to be, and finally decided on Emilee because neither one of us knew an Emilee, and was like, "All right, hey, what's your okay?"
What were some of the other top contenders that were on the list?
I liked. Well, Bailey was one of them.
Interesting
for me, anyway. He didn't like it. Well,
Elizabeth. Interesting. An E name? Elizabeth? Interesting. Mom, I knew it. Wasn't Cassandra one of them?
It's Cassandra, yes, because it was a combination of Candace and Sandra, which is my mom's name.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't say it, so that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Yeah, you got to be able to say the name right.
I still think that's a cute name.
You can name your babies Cassandra.
I could. Yeah. Cassie. We know a Cassie, though.
We do, but you could call her something else. And we go to the hospital, and I'm in labor, and I'm dying. And
sorry about that.
You decided that you were going to be difficult already. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
And got stuck. And so I ended up having a C-section.
Mm-hmm.
And you came out with a big red dot on your forehead because you were just...
That was where I was stuck.
You were stuck, hitting the bone. And there you have it.
Wow.
Not a very exciting story, I know, but...
That's
like 30 years ago, man.
Mom. We don't need to talk about that.
Okay.
29 and 1/4.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So no, it was exciting. Well, and the funny thing is, I called my mom to tell her we were on the way to the hospital, and she beat us there.
Oh my god. Well, you guys were coming from.
We were in Nevada.
Yeah.
And she's in Santa Fe, but still. And she shows up with 2 of my old baby dolls from when I was a baby. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
That's actually really cute.
So excited. But yeah, I was the first grandbaby. So
yeah, I was the first everything.
It was the first everything, yeah.
I'm so important to our family.
Yeah, she's the shiz.
And then so the 2 a.m. that was on July 17th, right? So it was like one day, and I was born.
Well, yeah, because then I go into the hospital on July 17th.
Yeah.
And birthed you.
Yeah. Did you hold me right away, or that it was C-sections that happens like after?
No, with you I did. With your brother, I was not able to because I was asleep. They put me out completely for your brother because it was actual surgery.
Interesting. Because I feel like in the TV shows, since I watched all those like baby shows when I was younger, they just like hold the baby up. They're like, "This is your kid," and then
they whisk it away.
Yeah.
Well, they do like breathing and singing and
you or the baby?
No, the baby.
Okay.
And then she hands me back, and I forgot to mention that your dad was in the room as well. He was sitting next to me.
Okay. Was he he was cool. He was like being supportive.
Yeah, yeah, he was
Okay.
freaking the heck out, but yeah, he
Oh, but
was.
he was freaking out.
Yeah, oh, of course, he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
We're 23 and 25 years old. We're like,
Yeah.
no, we're the first of our friends to
Yeah.
have babies, and so we had no idea what was going on. Nothing,
Mm-hmm.
not a clue. And I mean, we only looked at the pictures in the books, so we didn't
Mm.
know anything. And I mean, and on top of it, it was a C-section, so it's totally different.
Yeah, from the
So
deviated a little.
so you came out finally,
Mm-hmm.
and I held you, and
And then they
then you
whisked
went.
me away.
They cleaned you up, and you went to the nursery, and they sewed me up and put my stuff back in, and
Ew.
uh, then I went to the room, and
And then did you have visitors that night or did you wait till the next day?
I think it was the next day because you were born at night,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I think it was the next
6.
day.
But not last night.
Thanks, Dad.
And so, but you had come in the room. I mean, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
interacted with you, but
Yeah.
like not visitors.
You and
And
Dad.
then the first person that came in and like unwrapped
It was
you
Annie Karen,
was
right?
Annie Karen.
Yeah.
She comes in and she's
That's
like
so cute.
whipping open the blankets, like, well, let's see all these. I mean, you could have had no legs and no arms because I never unwrapped you. I was so afraid of
Too
you.
scared.
And she's like flipping you open, and she's like, "Oh my god, she's adorable." And I'm like, "God, yeah, she
It's the
is."
first time I've seen her
Yeah,
legs.
exactly. I was like, "All right, she does have arms and legs." Because I just was scared of you. Like I literally would just hold you and
Yeah.
look at you, and
Well, yeah, I feel like most new parents, that's like kind of how it goes.
yeah, it was crazy. And then
Crazy.
yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, you became a mom that
I
day.
became a mom that day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And then so visitors came the next day, and then how many days were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital a couple days because I had trouble with my blood pressure and stuff.
Oh,
So I did have some complications, but nothing
nothing
major.
crazy.
So, and then the funny story is that I love is grandpa, your
Mhm.
grandpa came in, and the nurse was like, "Do you want to hold her?" And he's like, "No, that's okay." And he sat down, and then so the nurse goes, "Well, I got to take her temperature and stuff." And so the nurse put the thermometer in Emilee's armpit,
Mhm.
and then she goes, "Oh yeah, here." And she like just totally turned over and like basically threw Emilee into
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
grandpa's arms, and he was like, "Whoa." And so then he ended up holding you, but it was
That's
really
so
funny.
cute.
It was
Yeah.
really cute because he was like freaking out.
Oh.
And then I don't think he ever put you down after that. You were
Mhm.
the queen of his existence
Aw.
from there on.
Yeah, we had good.
Sickeningly so, yes.
We had good times when I was little. When I was
Oh.
an only child.
You had a lot of times as the only grandchild.
Yeah, and then I got a brother.
Then you got a
Things
brother.
changed, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had 4.5 years of peace and
Actually,
quiet.
it was more of when Jake came, you became a mother.
Yeah. I had other responsibilities to worry about.
You were busy being a mom. So yeah. That was it.
Yes.
Almost 5 years later.
Yeah. 4 3/4 or whatever it is.
Almost 5.
Yeah, I was watching when I was digitizing all of our home videos.
Yeah.
There was a video of because we didn't get the digital camera until basically right before Jake was born. So like 97.
Yeah, we didn't have
Digital camera. Did I say that? I meant
Yeah.
video camera.
Yeah. I knew what you meant though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did, but I did.
We didn't get the video camera until then.
Yeah, it was my birthday present when we were riding ATVs.
That was the digital camera. I'm talking about the video camera back in the day.
Oh yeah. All right.
So got the video camera in like
Okay.
97, and then so
Yeah.
there's a lot of videos of when Jake was a baby.
Of course.
And there's this video of you made me change his diaper.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, and it was so funny because I saw so much of me when I was that young still.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my gosh, because I was like, Mom, I can't do it. And you're like, just do this. And I was like, I can't. And then you were like, just talking me through it. And I was like, that's so me. I'm like, I'm just getting so frustrated.
Uh-huh.
And then what was really cute is like once I finally got it like tight enough on him,
Yeah.
I like did the little like smack on
Uh-huh.
like, good job, me.
Yeah.
To like hit him. It was so cute, but
Oh,
I was like, what were my parents doing? Let me
yeah.
do that.
Hiring you.
Yeah. So big sisters are for.
Can you babysit?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your wage?
Oh my god. It
Yeah,
was
I
so
know.
when we were living in Petaluma still. So it was when
That's
he
pretty
was like a
funny.
baby.
Yeah. We moved here in what?
July
July of 98.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he only got to live there for
I
a
don't
couple
think
of
he
months.
remembers it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Which is a good thing because it was a little crowded at that place.
Yeah. Well, it was like a little duplex thing, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. I remember it
Yeah.
very vaguely.
It was a pretty cool setup, but not meant for a family of 4.
No,
No.
that would have been. I mean, and then Jake and I, when we moved here, ended up sharing a room for like
Ever.
10 years.
Way past it should have been.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I was like 14, 15 when I finally got my own room. Which,
Well,
looking back, I'm like, oh,
that is kind of weird.
it's
But
a long time. Well, you just
yeah.
gotta make do with the situation, though. Like,
Yeah, you got
that's what it
dressed in the
was.
bathroom every day.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird.
Yeah.
We had bunk beds.
I remember that. I mean, you almost had to. There's no room
There's
for.
no room. Yeah. Thank God though I moved out because his bedtime and my bedtime.
Yeah, it got a
The
little
older
hard
I
when
got.
you were. Yeah, because 5 years is not that big of a difference, but it is in some stages of your
Exactly.
growing up.
Like when I was a teen and he
Yeah,
was
and
10 or
yeah,
whatever.
he had to go to bed, or if he was being a dick and you had
Yeah.
to,
Not
he had to go to
Jake.
his room and you're like, studying.
Yeah. Well, Jake and I were talking about the other day, like when you would read to us at night.
Oh, that was
When we
always
had
fun.
the same bedtime. And then
I liked reading to you guys.
because I was telling him how like much of an impact Magic Treehouse had on me.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
was
those
like,
books.
yeah, I was like, I think I like fell in love with history because of maybe not because of Magic Treehouse, but that
helped.
definitely like really influenced me to be like, history is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, history is cool. I don't like it, but it's cool.
And I like was reading Magic Treehouse like past when it was like recommended.
Yeah.
I was still like, no, there's more. I have to keep reading them.
Yeah, I think we still have those books in
We should.
storage.
I would pray
Yeah.
that we didn't get rid of them because they're
Yeah.
iconic.
They started making too many of them, so we did stop
Mhm.
buying them, but we did get up to like 30 or something.
Jake and
got
I were talking. He said
hella.
70, and I was like, no,
not that many.
I
but
think it was like 40s.
it was a lot. I mean, because then
we have a lot of them.
it was like then they just started getting to like, oh, and the NASA, and it was like
I remember it started to be more like there was like Merlin was in there, and it was more about like the magic of time travel than it was like just traveling.
something. Yeah, it was. It kind of got a little too much.
Yeah,
and you guys were getting older. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, the fun was when we first started with the books and reading. And,
yeah, it's like the first one is like dinosaurs.
Yeah, I loved. I mean, I would go back and read them now if we had them in the bookcase.
I think we need to like go get them because
We
I
should.
want to read them.
Okay, we'll see.
And I remember I checked out, it was like one of those combo books where it was like the first 3 was in one.
Oh yeah.
And I checked it out from the library at school, and our dogs ate it.
Oh.
Literally like chewed the whole cover off of it. And so I had to buy it from the library.
Oh yeah. I do.
And
remember.
so we had like we eventually got 1, 2, and 3, but then we also had like this chewed up hardcover version of it.
That was Scout and Hunter. Thank you for that.
And it was like, my dogs chewed up my library.
Yeah,
book.
it's like, no, we're not kidding. It really happened. That was really funny.
Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then Jake and I were also talking about the time that we were reading a book, and you're like, what's that? And he said a turd.
He said it was a turd, and it was a frog.
It was a toad.
It was a toad. Yeah,
and he like got frog and toad mixed up in his head and said turd.
And it was so funny because it just came out, and oh my god, I remember I died laughing. I think I cried. I had tears laughing so hard.
I said to him, I was like, I think that was the first time I thought I was gonna die because I was laughing so hard.
Because it was so innocent.
Yeah,
it was just like
a turd.
And it's like, oh god, no, that's not it.
And he knew it was wrong. Like he was old enough to know. He just misspoke perfectly for
Yeah.
it to be hilarious.
Yeah, it was really funny. I mean, I hope we didn't stunt his learning growth from that because we made so fun of him. So yeah, no, that was the funniest thing because he's just laying there and I'm like, Jake, what's that? And he's all a turd. And it's like, oh my God. And the comedy begins.
Yeah. Well, in the Magic Tree House too, it was the one character's name was Jack.
Yeah.
So there was Jackassed.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
The quotes, and it was like, even when we were little, it was like,
I know.
Jackass.
I still laugh at that. It's funny. It's
like
did
the
they
guy
know they did that?
The guy from Happy Gilmore when he's
Yeah.
like yelling that
Yeah.
Jackass.
Jackass. Yeah. No, good times.
Yeah.
Jack and Annie. Yeah, they just like jump into different scenarios and yeah, it was pretty cool.
I need to get back on that. Like I just have such an appreciation for like stuff for kids. Like even as a
Yeah.
full grown adult, like I watch cartoons regularly.
Yeah.
And like all those kids books like are so good. Like Frog and Toad.
Yeah.
And like
There's
the
a
little
lot of
critter and Clifford and all these
oh my
things.
God,
I'm like,
Clifford and
oh, so
and
good.
the what are those books? The little
The
critter
little critter
books?
ones, yeah.
Oh my God, we
The
got
Me
that for
Too
everything.
thing.
Yeah,
that was
Me Too.
that was one of the books was Me Too. Now it means something different.
Yeah,
But
well,
it was
yeah.
like the little sibling was doing this everything that the older sibling was doing, I think was
wanted to do I wanted to follow
Exactly.
in the footsteps of the older sibling and
we had that one and we had voices for it.
yeah. Me too. Yeah, no, those little critter books, man, it was
So
great. I
good.
love those little ones.
Me too.
They had a lot of good ones.
Yeah, good like life lessons too. Like
Well,
the stories were good.
Yeah, because it was like relatable.
And then the alpha pets.
Oh God, yeah, the alpha pets.
And mom can name them all still.
I think so. I mean, it may take me a minute, but not that long ago, I was able to name all of them.
I think then I'm like trying to think of my favorite ones. The Nelly, the
Not so nice
Newt, yeah.
Nelly, the naughty Newt.
And
the
then
name of the book was Not So Nice Nelly.
And it was Gertie, the
grungy goat.
Grungy goat. I
And
really
she-
know
and
it
it
she
had,
was
like-
she like was a hoarder.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a little weird. But I mean,
Um,
how else are you gonna do grungy? I mean, like,
Yeah, and it, for kids, like you have to these have
Yeah.
to be adjectives that like you can make
Yeah.
a kids book into.
yeah.
They were so much fun.
And then Albert, the absent-minded alligator,
Oh,
lost his glasses.
And then the toad one, or no, the frog, Freddy the forgetful.
Oh yeah.
Freddy the fearful frog.
Yeah, and he went somewhere. He went to the fair.
The fair.
and he brought a backpack full of everything.
And then
so
we
now
still
that
joke about
the family
this.
joke is make sure you get your jacket and get your flashlight and your
in case it gets
fork.
dark and a fork, in case you
Get
get
hungry
hungry,
and-
and all these
Oh
things.
yeah, that's a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I think that was one of our favorites because it was
Mhm.
just funny.
Yeah. Funny Freddy.
Yeah, and then some of them that were kind of boring were like
There was one that was like a rhinoceros,
yeah,
and there was like it was like a raffle or something. It was pretty.
Yeah, I don't really remember because there was some we read a million times and there was some
Yeah.
we read like one or two times and it was like
Yeah, I don't even
the
remember.
Ziggy the Zippy Zebra when
Oh,
he
it was a
went in
race.
when he went to in the
The
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
You know, it was just like
They really leaned into
boring.
this.
Yeah. But some of the funnier ones were like Emilee or it was Emma,
Emmy.
Emmy the
Some-
exaggerated elephant.
Yeah, and she was throwing a birthday party.
Yeah, she threw herself a birthday party and went over the top.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a quiz show. Like,
Yeah.
do you remember?
Well, we could.
And there was like the porcupine was. I remember he was cute.
Yeah.
Harry.
Perry the polite porcupine.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there was Sammy the squirrel. What's he
Oh.
called? Sammy he was like mad. What was the S?
Short tempered.
Yeah. Sammy the shithead squirrel. No, I don't remember what
That's mom's version.
I just remember in his book he got sunburned.
Oh my god, I
'Cause
remember
he-
that.
Oh, stubborn, that's what it was.
He refused to wear the
stubborn
sunblock.
squirrel, yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
then
I
he got
remember
all
like you're like unlocking these memories as we're
sunburned.
talking about this. A
Yeah.
sunburnt squirrel.
Yeah. What were some of the other ones that we
There
read?
were so many. I mean, there's 26.
Yeah.
So
And I think they even made a couple extra ones, like
probably
for
like group
numbers.
ones where there was all of them were interacting together. It wasn't just
and
a crossover event.
there was one, I don't remember which book it was for though, but they were fixing a property, like a piece of land or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I
they built
remember
a
that
park.
too. I remember that.
They made it the garbage, and then they made it into a park.
I think that was someone's though.
Yeah,
It was like
but I don't
Kate,
remember.
like the kind kangaroo
Oh.
or something like that. And she was, we got to get those out of storage too, because I know we still have those.
Katie was a koala. She wasn't the
Oh.
kangaroo.
I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Katie the kangaroo.
See, Mom knows them all. Fact checking me.
Yeah, no, it was Katie. It was the kind koala.
Oh, maybe it was that then.
And Lizzie the lazy lamb, I think is the book it was, because she was laying under the tree and wouldn't help.
Oh,
I think is which one it was.
That sounds right. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm unlocking some shit too. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And then
Yeah, so those were good. I feel like those were like you like sent away for them, you know? Like,
I think those we started getting them at Safeway.
oh.
And so some of them weren't available at our Safeway. So I remember I drove around trying to get
my gosh, that's great.
the books so that we had all of them. Because I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of stupid to have only like a couple of the whole alphabet.
Exactly.
So I made sure we had every single one of them, A through Z.
And we still do. I don't think we got rid of those.
No, I'm pretty.
Oh my god, Dad is making such a ruckus.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't sound good, but neither did that. But yeah, I made sure we had all of them. Yeah. And then I tried to get. We were doing all the Treehouse books too, but they started just getting
too many.
So many, and
I feel like they still make them.
They were getting. Well, you guys were getting older, and they were getting more historical. It was more of like
that's what I'm saying. More like the magic of it.
Yeah.
And they were like becoming hardcovers, so they were more expensive.
I don't think I read to you anymore.
No.
Slowed down the reading or whatever, and reading to a 15-year-old is a little weird.
A little bit different.
It's like read your own damn books.
Yeah, kind of. Got a lot of homework, man.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of what happened. But
I'm reading Animal Farm over here.
Yeah, right. 1984.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
anything else you want to know about your birthday?
I don't think so. Do you have a favorite birthday party?
I don't have a favorite for you. You mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, but it was open to interpretation. You could have.
Yeah, no. I just remember like when you were in preschool, which was the fun time.
Yeah.
It was one of those where her preschool was like, if you're gonna give out invitations at school, you have to invite everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we, for 2 years, 3 and 4, or 4 and 5, 3 and 4.
No,
it was 3 and
I don't
4.
know.
Or 2 and 3. I don't know. No, some of those.
I don't know either.
When she was little. We invited the whole entire class over, and we got a bounce house. And
hell yeah.
And when we lived in Petaluma, we lived just literally over the street from my aunt. And so we ended up having the birthday party at her house because she had a flatter backyard.
Yeah.
And then we got a bounce house, and oh my god, it was crazy. There was like a million little kids running around, and oh my god, it was insane. And of course, it was hot as shit out there.
Yeah,
and
July.
So kids are sweating and crying and breaking down, and shit's melting, and ice cream's melting,
sugar overdoses.
Kids are just losing their minds.
I couldn't imagine.
Total fabulous birthday chaos. So, and yeah, big shout out to my mom and my aunt for making that happen, because I don't think I could have done it.
That was part of the videos that I got to digitize, so I got to watch all those.
Birthday party?
Yeah, that I think it was face. 4.
Yeah, it was like 3 and 4, 4 and 5.
No, I think it was my 4th birthday, and it was a Winnie the Pooh bounce house. It was really cute to see everybody.
Yeah, there was for a long time we could still name some of the kids, even though we moved away and we weren't friends with them anymore, but we were close when we were there. So because it's like one kid had a birthday. I mean, we were going to birthday parties like every other weekend because there's so many kids, because the classes were combined, so it was like 3 and 4 together or whatever it was, and we became friends with them. And like and what was that girl's name? No,
there was
that's what I was saying, because you did ballet with her.
She was the horse girl.
Yeah, she moved in the Petaluma and got like this giant ranch.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was amazing. And then I became friends with mom for a while. She was funny.
You remember her name?
No, I don't.
Real close friends.
Yeah, we're buds. Besties, as they say. No, I remember hanging out with her, and then she had a baby, and then towards like the end of it, all she did was run around with the kid. I just remember that. His little brother, whatever his name was.
No idea.
Couldn't remember. I mean, I'm picturing them, but I don't remember like names or anything. And yeah, and then we would go to the birthday parties and like judge all the people's houses.
Yeah. I remember Jake went to a birthday party when he was like in preschool, and it was at this really rich people's house.
Oh yeah, and
it was
I asked if you could stay.
Yeah,
and I was like, bye.
And it was Willy Wonka themed, and they were giving. It was I mean, being a kid, everything seems way more exaggerated.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh my God, I just remember candy everywhere. And then everybody got a goodie bag, and there was edible paper. I don't know why I remember this.
Well, because that's weird.
Edible paper in the goodie bag. So you could like write something on it, and then, well, with the candy pen.
Yeah.
And then you would be able to eat
You're
it.
breaking out a Sharpie. Ink poisoning. Yay.
And I was like, damn, this is how rich people do it.
Yeah, that was some hardcore right there. I remember that one because usually the parents always stayed when they were little like that. It was like, oh, okay, so you're having like a double party. You're having adults and children.
That's overwhelming to think
But
about.
I remember that day specifically because I had a migraine and I didn't even want to go, but I took you and I was like, all right. And then I looked at the mom and I said, is it okay if she stays too? And I said, I had a migraine. She's like, oh yeah, come on in. I'm like, oh, okay, they're rich.
Yeah.
So
they're rich. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure the nanny will watch her. But yeah, I remember that. And it was like, I picked you guys up and you're like, that was the best birthday. Oh my God.
Yeah, because it was
so much money.
Like $700 million spent on candy.
Yeah, it was, I mean, spare no expense with those people.
Yeah, and I remember that I had a Wonka bar there.
Yeah, a full-size Wonka bar. It wasn't like
And Wonka bars are good.
Candy.
And I later found out that they made Wonka bars because of the movie. They weren't a thing before the movie.
Wait, what?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
They like made up Wonka bars. Like I thought it was the other way around. I thought they made a movie about the candy.
Oh, because of the candy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's like basically chocolate with graham cracker. And I love graham crackers in my desserts.
Yeah. Do they still make them?
I doubt it. I mean, maybe if you go to a specialty candy store or something. But it's not something you just go to the grocery store and buy one. Wow. Get a golden ticket.
That'd be cool. I could use one of those.
That's called playing the lottery.
It's Super Lotto.
Somebody out there won $1.8 billion.
Powerball, bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, we were just talking about that on the way back yesterday about winning the lottery or the Powerball or whatever. It's like, you know, what would you spend the money on? And I was joking around. I'm like, oh man, I'd pay all my bills off, and then
That's so lame though. But what after that though?
And then I'd buy, pay for this, and then I was like, and then I started joking. I'm like, yeah, and then I'd get a yacht and
a PP,
a
private plane.
Exactly. I was living large. I just want enough to live.
Yeah. At work, we have this joke because my one coworker, she plays the lottery a lot, I guess, and they do like that kind of.
Does she pick her own numbers, or does she do like quick picks?
I don't know. I haven't asked, but she's said that they've actually won a significant amount of money before. Because I don't know if she does scratchers too, or just like different lotto things. She was saying, she's like, yeah, if I ever win big, I'm not gonna tell anyone, and then I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna act how I want to act until I get fired.
Yeah. Day 2.
And she's like, nothing illegal. Yeah. Because you want to be out of jail to enjoy your money.
Well, yeah.
But she was just like, like somebody pisses you off, the public, and you're just like, you just, say how you feel. Or hang up on someone on the phone.
Oh, I've done that.
Just things like that.
I don't have any money, and I still have done that.
And then, so we're like, yeah, we'll know that she won big because she just
totally just told somebody to go to hell.
Or worse.
Could you imagine that day comes and she didn't win, but you're like, oh my God, you won the lottery?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I wish. Now I'm just jobless.
Yeah. That's
imagining that, and like, how long would it take?
Yeah. Wow. That would be a good game.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get fired?
Oh my gosh. So I told her, I was like, well, if you win big and you get yourself fired, you have to buy me gifts.
Yeah. That's nice. You have to buy me
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's the agreement.
Yeah. No, I just, want to be able to just go places and do what I want and not have to
Yeah.
worry about it. And,
Yeah.
nothing extravagant and no,
Mhm.
lavish life because I don't, I don't want to be a Kardashian or anything. I just
Yeah.
want to be able to go to the store and buy
Mhm.
groceries without having to worry about it
Yeah.
and, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I will probably go
A
a
little bit
little
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, in the beginning.
And, because why not? There's things that I do want in my life, like a vacation house somewhere by a
Mhm.
lake, so I want to
Yeah.
buy a house or something like that. But that
Mhm.
would be my
I think
extravagantness.
I would be getting spray tans.
Oh, there you go. She's a
It's like one of
Kardashian,
those things,
people.
yeah, and then have the nail lady come to you.
Oh, dear God.
Things like that.
Have a masseuse?
No, I don't like to get massages.
No, I do.
I feel like I would win and I would not tell anyone.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be
And
like,
then I love keeping secrets. So
I know, it's so annoying.
I would just all of a sudden like pay for a vacation for all of us. And
Yeah,
then
and
be
then I
like, "What
would
are you
know.
doing?" And
That'd
then
be
I'd be like,
cool.
"Don't worry about it."
Yeah, that'd be cool. Then I would know. As soon as
Yeah,
she
well, you
starts
would.
paying for stuff.
Yeah. And like a lot of the people they end up in debt or filing for bankruptcy that win big.
Oh, yeah, because they just go
Exactly.
crazy.
And so I know that. It costs money to be rich.
And if it's a significant amount, you really should get like a money manager,
Exactly.
or invest or
And
something,
yeah.
where you won't go bankrupt.
Exactly. Definitely investing is
But keep your
good.
shit when
I know.
don't lose it when you win because that's
Yeah.
stupid.
I don't think I would buy a house right away. I like
Yeah,
a
but I
lot
mean,
of
you
people
could
are
get a
like
down payment on a house or
get a
something.
mansion or something, but I think I
Yeah.
would like lay low. I'd rather get like 5 cars
Oh, that's not extravagant at all.
than a house. You know what I mean though? Like
Why would you want 5
I don't
cars?
know.
What are
I
you gonna
like
do with 5
cars.
cars?
They're an investment.
No, they're not. They're
Not
a
new cars, old cars.
losing investment. Oh, you mean like a
Yeah.
1950s
Exactly.
something or other?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's different. When you
Yeah.
say
No,
cars,
no,
I'm
no.
thinking
No, I'll get
BMW and
no, I'm gonna get my Jag.
oh God.
My emerald green Jaguar. Because
Okay.
I love the idea of being like old lady rich.
Oh.
Like old money.
I'd love to be that old lady rich driving down the
Yes.
street at
Or like
5
a
miles an hour, just
Thunderbird or
flipping off
like
people.
just like a hot old lady car
Yeah. Yeah,
with the big Jackie O glasses.
of course. And the big I don't give a shit attitude on your face.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck. You see this Jag?
Mm-hmm. Suck it, bitch.
Exactly.
Speed limit's 45 and I'm going 12.
It doesn't
don't
matter.
care.
It
I don't
doesn't
care.
matter.
I-
You honk at me, whatever.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
too
even hear
rich
you.
to care.
I don't even
I have
hear
money
you.
just in
Yeah.
the way.
All I hear is cha-chings in my ear. But I mean, like I wouldn't want to go like a mansion on a lake. I just want someplace to go
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
Like a little tiny cabin or something.
Yeah.
But just something family stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the idea of being able to treat other people too. You
Yeah.
know, like
Definitely
buying
some
extravagant gifts.
donating to
And that, of course. That's implied. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people say that.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like I like doing stuff like that. So yeah,
Mhm.
it would be cool to just I don't
Give
know
back
help others.
to strangers and to people that you know.
Yeah, pay it forward. Like go to Starbucks and give them $100 and say the next
Oh,
people that could covers this.
yeah, and then
coffee for everyone. or
like the
something.
people that go to like Walmart or whatever and pay off people's layaways.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And
That'd be
that's
cool.
always like, oh, because those people like obviously can't
They're-
afford it, but they want
yeah
for Christmas time kind of a thing.
and
you're
they
just
start
like,
like they start in October to buy something for
yeah.
Christmas.
You like buy kids bikes and stuff like that. Like I feel like
Mhm.
that's such a good
That'd be
makes
good.
you feel good too.
Yeah, and you could do it anonymously so that
Yeah.
they would be happy and
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
you're not doing it for the
Exactly. So
the
do that
props.
and then drive to my private plane.
Yeah, and jump on it to her
Exactly.
green car.
Yeah, my emerald green Jaguar.
Oh please.
So sexy.
Yeah, I don't think I would want anything extravagant because I don't like. I'm not a flashy person.
Yeah.
So I
You're
wouldn't
not.
buy furs and diamonds and all
No,
that
I wouldn't do that
jazz.
either. I don't care for jewelry that
I'm
much.
still a jeans and sweatshirt person, I
Yeah.
think, no matter how much money's in my account.
Yeah. I think I would buy, and I would have a space for a lot more clothes.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
That'd be a big old walk-in closet in my new
With your
house. But
sweatshirts.
my sweatshirts. Well, they take up a lot of room,
They do. That hood. It's because you go for hoodies.
Yeah.
The hood.
It's the hood.
Yeah.
That's why I have like 15 dressers because I got 700 hoodies.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't, you can only fit like 6 or 7 in a
Yeah.
drawer.
Yeah. And another thing that I fantasize about, Aaron Spelling had like the wrapping paper, like the gift wrapping room. I
Yeah.
would 100% have that.
Oh, okay.
Like not a
could see
craft
that.
room like an average person
I
has.
no craft room
I
for
just
me.
want it to be for gifts
That'd be cool.
because I love
Well, yeah, that's you. I could see you
gifting.
doing that.
And like
I don't,
just
but
I've already started wrapping Christmas presents because it's just like
oh my god, I haven't even bought any Christmas presents.
peaceful. We don't have to talk
Actually, I
about
did
that.
buy one, but
I don't think this is coming out until after Christmas, so people are gonna have no idea the context of
yeah,
what I
sorry.
mean by that.
Just cut that part out.
Yeah.
Beep it out.
Cut it out in post. Yeah, put some on it.
Put a on it. Yeah, I love a good.
You.
Yeah.
If I was rich, it's fun to think about sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
You can't get like blinded by that though, because money isn't everything.
Oh, yeah, and it just when you actually hear some stories where greed is the bottom
Oh my
line, it just makes
gosh,
you
yeah.
sick of.
And like, I mean, kind of what I do. Like, I sometimes hear that of like how families will backstab each other and the
Mhm.
sneaky things that people do just because of money.
And it's disgusting.
It is.
But I mean, I guess I could say that because I've always been able to have money and food on my plate and
Yeah.
roof over my head and, my bills paid and stuff like that. So I haven't had to fight for money or, whatever.
Mhm.
I've been lucky in that sense, but I can't imagine where I am at now and like my parents dying and my brother and I fighting it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and it's so
Because
common
he's my
too.
brother, you're supposed to love each other and
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I couldn't imagine that kind of a
No, it's
situation.
really sad because I've definitely heard people out. And
I've heard
then,
stories too where it's just
yeah.
when the person dies and then
Mhm.
the family rushes over to get all the stuff out, the
Yeah.
inheritance out of the house, all the furniture
It's
and anything of
crazy.
value, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, being rich is so hard.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
These are problems my kids are gonna have.
Yeah. Definitely not me. Definitely not you. I just couldn't imagine like being that vindictive.
Yeah.
It's like
No, it's just not in my nature.
to
either.
gain money. It's like
Yeah. So, all right. Well, unless you have anything else that you want to add.
I don't know. Public, do you want me to add anything else?
No. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I know. No one's saying.
Dad's left the room, so we can't.
He's gone to bed.
No more comments from him. All right. Well, thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. And
This
I
was
will
fun.
Yeah. And I will see everyone in the next episode.
And if a lot of people like this episode, I can come back. I am close.
You're free?
I'm
You're
free.
available?
I'm available, yes. For a low price.
Oh. Trying to get that bag?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Going all Kardashian over here.
Mhm.
I got to get my toes done and my hair did
Oh my god.
so that you can hear my voice.
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. It's a non-visual medium.
I don't know that when I'm talking. Anyway, well, thank you. I appreciate this was fun.
Yes, I'm glad you liked it.
I
and had
did,
fun.
I
Your
did.
first podcast experience.
My very first. I've never even heard of a podcast. I mean, never heard any podcast.
You never listened to a podcast?
I haven't listened to any. No, I don't know how. I
Ah.
mean, like, do you just Google podcasts?
Or like somebody that you like. A lot of people have podcasts.
So, like, if I wanted to listen to yours, I would just go
They're not out yet, but yeah.
type in Emilee
No.
Lime Time.
Close.
Lime.
I will send you the link so you can listen.
Oh God. Oh my.
Yeah. You.
Yeah, and
Then you. And
And
you're.
Thank you for coming to our show.
You.
Yeah, that would be, I.
Oh my god! Like when you watch Cops.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then
can't
they
hear
go-
anything because everything's a bleep.
No, and then they go, what's your name? My name's John.
Yeah,
And then his name's John Ass.
yeah. John motherfucker.
That's crazy.
God, that's my name too. Yeah,
Oh my
no, that is
goodness.
pretty funny.
So that's maybe what this episode's gonna sound like too.
Yeah, you don't know.
Lots of
I don't know.
bleeps.
We'll see. Maybe can't see me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, John Cena.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna wrap it up here for reals this
For
time.
realies. Yes.
And I will see you and hear you, and you'll listen to me, I guess, in the next episode.
I will. I'd love to. Next one is going to be a murder mystery.
Okay.
We're gonna be murder in the building.
True. So
Yeah,
you
let's do it.
know what podcasts are.
I know that show.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. I could keep going. But
Yeah, I know.
She's like 7 podcasts later, she shuts up.
Oh my gosh. That's why we gotta start wrapping it up early because this is
Yeah.
usually what happens.
All right.
Okay, you're done now for reals?
I think so.
Okay, so I will